Hello, everyone. How y'all doing today? This is sort of random. I'm just here, and it's on a what? We on a Thursday. It's been a lot going on. I hadn't been up here in a while because I've been working on myself. And I've been working on a lot of projects. I had started my I've been doing it like I said in the last one. It's been a while, so I've been doing it like street style for like several years, probably like 15 years or more, but I've officially went on paper with my nonprofit. It's called the Woo God Gang, and when you see MG 777, that's Moon Goddess 777, trying to design my stuff, my logo and all that different stuff. And I'll put my email and my site all down in the chat. I'm attracting my tribe or whatever, my unconditional spiritual tribe. So, but I'm working on myself. So as I work on myself more, I'll attract the right people, trying to clean up my yard, my back, being exactly what I say I am, because we in a time now where you got to practice what you preach and be who you say you're gonna be, or you see people getting exposed. I'm trying to expose myself to myself and win the battle with my inner self, because that's my greatest hero, and my worst enemy is myself to myself. That's the only thing that can harm me is me. That's the only thing that can save me is me. I'm my own savior. But I had posted on my fan page on Facebook, the Keep It Real fan page. I had posted about the goddess. What's her name? The connecting with guys. Let me go over here to my history. Connecting with guys. Mm. It's not even. It's not even in my history. And I shared it. Hold up. Be real. I'm going over here to my fan page. Glad they didn't take it off. But it was just posted today. She was talking about
this one is a random one. I hope you all
talking about should we continue to birth black boys? I'm not gonna. It's connecting with guys and goals. You need to subscribe to her. Connecting with guys and goals. This was on my.
Boy. I got an email asking me about some messages that have been going around in the in the YouTube community about whether black women should continue to give birth to black men, to black children, black males, black boys. And I tend to stay out of those kind of conversations because I don't really feel like it's my place. I do not give relationship advice.
This is connecting with guys and goals. Connecting with guys and goals.
So I'm not for.
I gotta get my equipment.
Avoiding, giving birth to a certain group of people if you feel like they're problematic. The thing is prevention. We must become sexually responsible with who we choose to combine with. Have a reading done before you even take it all the way to the bedroom. But this is just to answer the question. What is my take on these women saying stop birthing black boys is just stop having sex with those type of men who would ruin you and who are for the destruction of a community. As far as divestment goes, mental divestment first, more than anything else, from people that mistreat you. Not necessarily just a color, but people in general who do you wrong. Women and men, communities. Whoever doesn't allow your voice to be validated or what you've gone through to be validated, then getting distance from those type of people, not allowing yourself to be exploited. Once again, this is a very controversial message for me because I feel like I'm not in that particular topic line to be having that discussion. But that's just my take on it. Prevention, that way you don't have to get as far as going to a clinic to get rid of,
Seniors will
Did I stop it or did it go into a commercial? Sorry, y'all. This is deep.
You know what I'm saying? Because life is so precious. And another thing is, too, on a spiritual perspective, do you know that when you sleep with somebody, you can have a demonic transfer without giving birth to a child? So these women who are thinking, oh, I'm just going to get some sex from Pookie and Ray Ray and it's going to be all good. The demon spirit is already in you. You already have that acidic sperm in you. You ever hear them say, oh, black women, you got bad attitudes and you're mean and stuff? That's, yeah, you got that toxic sperm in you, whether it made a baby or not. So either way it goes, even if you don't give birth to that child, that energy and that anger is still in you, and you're thinking you're under some kind of curse, but it's really about the sexual alchemy of combining yourself with an entity. All right. So I hope everyone saw my previous video. I was at the park. I hope it answered the question. Like I say, I would like to thank Miss T. I'm not going to call her full name. She sent me an email asking me what's my take on a lot of YouTubers starting to talk about avoiding giving birth to black males. And I just gave my take on it. Like I said, I don't give relationship advice. My platform is not about relationships or anything like that. I am all for women mentally going through the process of physical divestment from anything or anyone that abuses them, demeans them, or makes them feel undervalued, especially if your safety is at hand. Once again, I'm just finishing up my previous live I did when I lost sound based on an email of someone asking me, what's my take on black women deciding to stop birthing black boys? Prevention is better than cure. And what I was saying is prevention via ceasing combining your body sexually with men that do not value you, do not care about you. So I'm pro-prevention, not sleeping with somebody just for the sexual sensation of it, but making sure you divine before you combine is extremely important. It'll save us a lot of trouble and heartache at the end of the day. Video you did on sexual energy exchange. Yes, I always talk about sexual energy vampires, and a lot of women think just by going to the chop shop to prevent birth, they're like, okay, I'm clean and clear. But once you combine your body with that person, even if a pregnancy does not come out of that, their energy is still in you. So if their energy is so demonic and low vibrational, why would you want to be putting that in your body? Like, how could you even be attracted to that just because it's a phallus? I don't understand. So I don't know. So with this last half of this live from my previous video, if anybody has any questions or would like to chime in, I'll be here for a few minutes. What is your take on women telling, the community stop birthing black boys? What is your take on that?
This is good. I don't even have to say nothing.
I'm not saying that they're necessarily wrong. I'm just saying it shouldn't get as far enough to where going to the clinic, I'm just saying it shouldn't get as far as the clinic. Let's close it up. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to judge or anything like that. I've been there, done that. I made my mistakes. I've learned my lessons. So I absolutely understand. But prevention is better. Yeah. Kimbo the Buffy, how about we raise our black boys to be honorable men? Yes, but we can't do it alone. It does take a village, and oftentimes the village isn't always supportive of that. Sadly enough. And, a few of us, we can do the best we can to raise our boys, to the best of our abilities, to be gentlemen and to be responsible, family-oriented, and building something for the community, not just resting in someone else's patriarchy. It just depends. That's the world we live in. This is, I will say, spiritually, our particular community is under a karmic curse based on the disrespect and the desecration of our most ancient ancestor, the black woman, the black mother. And like I said on the previous video, I'm totally against mother shaming and mother blaming, because a lot of people, I noticed that They point the finger at the mother. Why didn't she choose better? But nobody ever talks about the absent father. Everyone always points the finger at the one that stayed, because usually it's the woman, it's the mother that stays while the father goes on about his business. And I believe if you're going to point a finger at the single mother, then you have to point the finger at the father that left as well, because it takes a man to raise a man. So I don't understand the mother blaming, always blaming a woman. I'm like, no, there are some men out there that they don't have a heart to love their children. Their heart is sociopathic. They don't have any compassion for their own offspring. So I always say, if you meet a man like that and they don't have compassion for their own children, how are they going to have compassion for you, dating you? So that's what I'm saying. Divine before you combine. Get a reading. Get a reading before even taking it to the bedroom. Watch out for the red flags. Watch out for the keywords.
Well, she's fine. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to let her speak because she got it. And, you know, I mean, she really going deep in this one, and she don't normally talk about this. This is my connecting with guys and goals. My sister, I've been checking her out and talking to her for a while. She's deep. But when she say divine, she meaning, you know, get a reading, a spiritual reading. Before that's what I was saying a few lives ago. With the African culture, when they used to betroth us to marry people, they would do this divine, meaning they would get a spiritual person to look into our ancestors, each person's ancestors, to see if we were meant to be together, to build a nation, to build an empire, to build a community. You know, we're not doing that now. A lot of us just jumping into these unions because we think it's love and we think that's our twin flame and our soulmate. And spiritually, we don't even supposed to be with these people. It doesn't matter if they're telling you to go ahead and get married and save the community and have more babies. If we're not healthy on the inside, even if we are considered high value in the patriarchy, meaning we have the right hair and the right skin tone and the right body size and the right shape and know how to say, be humble and stuff. But on the inside, if we're not spiritually connected to that person and we are spiritually sick, it don't matter how much money we have or how good we look and how we fit into a certain bubble of a shell. This is only an illusion. This flesh is only an illusion. But if spiritually we're not satisfying the spiritual world, it's not going to work regardless of it's not going to be accepted in the universe. It's not going to be accepted in the spiritual world. So, you know, a lot of times we got these matchmakers and stuff. Now I seen the other day where this female matchmaker, I guess she throwing in the towel because she's saying that she can't do it no more because it's the women or whatever. But it's not just the women. It's not just the men. We are focusing, a lot of us are focusing on the outer thing, outside and the materialistic, when it's a lot deeper than that. You know, that's where the, you know, patriarchy cut it off about, you know, if the woman is in the house and she happy and humble and when he come home and she's smiling and she look good, everything, it's a little more deeper than just that. I mean, because after a while, you're going to be like, okay, this is not sincere. Like, this is all an act. You know, I've been there. I've legally been married before for a very long time, but I'm gonna let her finish up. Cause this is, I mean, I posted this on my fan page, but this is she tying it up. She doing the Gordian knot with it. She wrapping it all up.
Watch out for how they refer to certain women and this and that. Let's see. Do you feel the divine can open your womb up again through prayer? Absolutely. I also believe that your ovaries can reject sperm that is not meant to be as well. If you are destined to have a child, that child can actually choose the father that they want for themselves. And I believe that a woman can be with a man who that maybe that child is not coming through because that child does not want the particular man that woman's currently with to be the father. I do believe in that too. I've seen that in my own personal experience. Our community will never grow if the rate of men is low. We already have a shortage. I'll say this. I'm quality over quantity, personally. If we're going to keep birthing low quality, going to do right by the children, if we're not going to be home to raise them and do right by them and have a supportive community, then what is the point? We just continue in dysfunction. I believe in the spiritual standpoint, we're souls will never die. So I don't fear certain things ceasing if we're not going to focus on birth and quality. Everybody's talking about quantity, and the birth rates lowering, and I'm like, if we're not bringing quality into.
I'm all with my sister. And like I said, I'm gonna let her do the talking, but I just want to touch on some stuff. I'm with her on that. Quality over quantity, because we got enough mentally ill. We have enough demon-possessed people that don't know how to treat each other. It's a lot of wild shit going on. I'm tired of it. A lot of uncivilized shit, which I don't agree with all of that stuff about, the patriarchy and the rules that they have, a lot of them, the that they put on certain cultures or whatever, but some shit just is wild shit. It's that fucking American Horror Story. I mean, why are you having kids and you don't even have a clue of who you are or where you come from, or you're not even mentally stable, or you hate yourself? So that means you bring in demons into this portal. You're actually bringing demonic spirits or lost souls. It's not going to help the community. So if the birth rate is dropping, then when people working on themselves and getting their shit together and getting their mind, not just getting a Lamborghini or getting a mansion or getting a bag. It's like Anton Daniels. It's Anton Daniels. Like he's saying on his stuff, After Hours with Anton Daniels, he's saying that it's not just about having the money. You got to have morals for him to deal with you. You got to have integrity. We got to be careful not selling out for $5 and a pack of cigarettes or any little thing and selling our souls and our people out for monetary gain. You got to have some integrity. You got to be careful who you deal with, when it comes to certain things. But I'm gonna let the sister go ahead, and I just wanted to point that out about quality over quantity. A lot of times we think more is better, when if it's not quality, then we need to go somewhere and sit down. And I want to say this too. It's time for the baby boomer generation. Not all of them, but a lot of them have. I'm not saying they did it on purpose. I think some of them did, because I think some of them were being used by the oppressor and the patriarchy. But see, I'm not even going to sit here and blame everything on the elite. I'm not going to sit here and like she going to say, you going to hear her say it. And I ain't going to do a lot of talking, because I wanted to bring this out. This is discussions we need to be having, because a lot of stuff we ain't talking about. We in la la land. We to break these curses, we have to fix ourselves and talk about, I keep saying, them uncomfortable conversations, and stop pushing stuff under the table, and stop telling people they need to get over stuff and they need to forgive and they need to let the past go. How can they do that if you don't want to talk about it and be accountable and be real and come clean about stuff? I have, honey, I do this with my children. I tell my children, like, if I did any fucked up shit to you, then you can tell me about it, because I know I won't perfect. Just because I'm a mother, I appreciate your respect. I ain't gonna just let you treat me any kind of way, but you don't have to act like I do no wrong, because I know I'm a human. I'm a spiritual being in this human body, and I look in the mirror and hold my fucking self accountable first. I'm not the one to sit here and blame other people for my mistakes and my downfalls in the bed that I fucking made. You know what I'm saying? That I gotta lay in, whether it's full of rocks or it's full of feathers. I hold my own self accountable. So I tell them, you can tell me stuff, because I check myself on a daily. I check myself like all through the day with my bullshit. So I'm not gonna sit here and give you honeycomb ice cream and shit when I be checking my own shit. I be smelling my own shit. I smell myself, like I smell my shit. I always been. I smell my own self to see if I don't smell right. I always been like that. I be smelling my own shit. Like, I'm one of them. And it gets better as I get more spiritually. That's why I have not been up here in a while trying to tell nobody else what to do and trying to fix nobody else, because I know once I fix myself, then I can lead by example. Because I mean, I'm the type of person where I used to want to save everybody, but I can't do that. I have to save myself and then lead by example. I gotta not just talk about it. I gotta be about it. And that's a good slogan. And what it Keep It Real, my book. Keep It Real. Yeah, by Kashaya Carr. You know, and I'm doing a lot of things from that book, a lot of teachings, and the spirit has guided me on how to take the things that were done for my demise and done for my bad to use as what they say, take lemons and make lemon juice and then make lemonade. The things, the trials and the struggles and the things that were sent to destroy me is being turned around so I can use it to help others. Like I recently told someone, some things that you done to me, I can't completely, because I'm the wounded healer. You know, my Chiron is in my MC is in my Chiron is in my MC. See, that's another thing, studying and getting to know who I am, knowing my chart, knowing my placements and stuff. And this is off subject, but I want to tell y'all, do not buy that shit about the zodiacs is changing. I'm doing more research on that, but the zodiacs and stuff is based off the time of the year. So you still fall in that energy. You just got to go within and know yourself. All this stuff about if you used to be an Aries, you're going to be another a Taurus and all that now. You know who you are by learning the season you was born, what time frame was you born in. And by going in there and learning yourself from the inside, you know about how if you connected with the universe and connected with nature, then you don't got to get confused about the astrology thing and the astronomy thing and all that. Whatever happens, you stay grounded. That's all I got to say about that one. But like I said, yeah, I'm all over because it's been a while. It's been a while. You can say I'm all over the place, but I'm still speaking via spirit because I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting more quieter. I'm going more within. I'm not doing a lot of talking. I'm not emotional like I'm not emotional like I used to be. I take those emotions and I eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And as I'm digesting my emotions and the way I feel about things, I'm examining as it passed through my chakras, as it passed through my system. I'm examining myself. It's not easy, but it's possible. I'm examining me, trying to work on me, trying to fix me, trying to trying to get it right. And like I said, a lot of these people, they don't want to be accountable. I'm not sitting up here pointing a finger at no generation, but a lot of times they have done enough damage. It's time to go sit down. You didn't do nothing in 60 and 50, 60, 70 years. Now it's time to sit down and let us take over. Let the other generations take over. Let us we're going to have to fix this. We're going to have to figure it out because y'all, a lot of them, they played over. They played around. They played around with look, if I offend somebody, then so be it. They played around with their money. They played around with this patriarchal system. They thought they had time to play with this feminist. It's not just the men. I seen it. A lot of the women, they threw them men in the trash can, said they didn't need them to raise them, and them kids needed fathers. We needed dads. We needed a dad, even if he wasn't the one that the Prince Charming. We needed some kind of fathers during the 70s and 80s and 90s and all that. We needed those men, but a lot of times those men, were disrespected and thrown in the trash can and looked at as not valuable because they didn't compare to the patriarchal or the system that that was put up for us to model out of the white Jesus or whatever. And a lot of those men, they could have been treated better. I'm not even gonna front. They could, but a lot of our women didn't know that. I was a child. Hell, I wasn't with that shit anyway. I was a kid, so don't blame me. I was sitting there. You can't tell me because I was sitting there looking at it. Yeah, they might have been on drugs. A lot of them, they might have been, it was some fucked up shit going on because during that time, for our people, they had assassinated a couple of our great leaders. So that put a lot of fear into the black woman and the black man. So the men gonna resort to drugs and shit like that because it was out there for them. Maybe our women could have been a little more loving. I think that be the problem a lot of times. We get in survival mode, and you can't be feminine in survival mode. When you get in survival mode, everything feminine go out the fucking window. You just thinking, logic, gotta do this. Fuck them. I gotta survive. We gotta stop allowing people to put us in that fucking survival mode. That's when we failed each other. We destroy our empires. Then we got to get out of that. We got to get out of that survival mindset. Even now, we got to get out of men, the women. We got to get out of that. We got to get back to love, like that song, Anthony Hamilton. We got to get back to love. We got to get back to love. It's a lot. It's been a lot, even during slavery and stuff. A lot of us was in survival mode. Even when they took our indigenous people lands, we was in survival mode. We cannot keep blaming other people when it's us that's turning against each other. When it's us, all that twin flame. I'm all over the place. This spirit speaking. This ain't because I'll be somewhere, trying to get, I don't even care no more about no money. I don't give a fuck about having all this and that. I just know with this system, I studied the money system and how it's changing over, and I know that to secure my people and my generation, it's certain things I gotta have. It's certain shit I gotta have in place to play this fucking Squid Game shit, whatever they got going on. But I'm not selling my soul. I'm not getting all caught up into this fucking materialism shit. I'm not getting all caught up into this fucking rat race. No. I'm gonna stay grounded and balanced in the spirit of my higher self, because I know that part of me is here in this dimension, but my higher self, this is from within. That's who be talking to me. That's who my higher self, that's who I be listening to. And I'm trying to bring that I'm trying to let that take over. I'm an avatar, right? I'm an avatar right now. My higher self is that's the God. That's right. But it's time to sit down. If you ain't do nothing in 70 and you sitting here trying to tell somebody what to do and they can't look at you and see where you done left something for the generations, you done left any wealth, and yeah, because it matters. In this system, we in this system, and then on a lot of our people, when you leave wealth, you gotta have a trust. We gotta learn about finances and shit like that. You need to have a trust so that one person that you leave it to and you expecting them to distribute the money right, they're not gonna do right. Because human beings, they ain't gonna do right. You need a trust so you can dictate how you want things done so that it can last for the generations. That's what we need to be doing now. That's why I titled it Stop Playing. But I'm gonna let this continue on. I mean, like, a lot of the stuff that's happened, it's time out for this. It's time out now. It's time out. I don't have time to be grinning in nobody. I'm not a mean person, but I'm a no nonsense person. I ain't got time to be sugarcoating nothing, because you done had enough of that, all that in your feelings. Yeah, I'm about emotions and feelings. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm all about love and I'm a very loving, cuddly person too. But honey, when it's time to get down to business, it's time to get down to business. We can cry together, and I can hurt your feelings. We can still keep on going. We don't gotta cut each other off, because it's some shit that's gonna hurt your feelings. When the real nigga say it to you, when a real nigga tell you something, it's not gonna feel good. I'm telling you, it's not gonna make you want to sit here and do a headstand and go to the party and drink some wine and smoke some weed or whatever you do, take some shrooms to turn up, crack, cocaine, whatever. It's not gonna make you want to do that. This shit gonna hurt your feelings. The truth hurts, but the truth wake your ass up too. It's time out. Yeah, you gonna get your feelings hurt because you be thinking that your shit don't stink, and you think you doing the best you can do, and you think you all right. But hey, you can do a little better. You can do a little better. I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, because this is what I grade myself upon. You can always do better. You can always go within and fix yourself and elevate higher and stop doing some things, letting some habits go. It's some shit that I was like, oh, I'm not eating meat. Look at me. I can resist the tendency to eat certain food. But on another level, I was slipping and I had to check that shit. I might not be eating meat, and I might be sitting here can meditate until I reach the, it don't even take me long to connect to spirit, because I've been doing it so long. They talking about dying alone with a dog. I've been alone with my goddamn dog. Even when I had a damn husband and kids, I'm making my business to get along with a dog, a cat, and fucking serenity to myself. That's the best way to fucking be. They putting fear into y'all, talking about, yeah, she gonna get into it, talking about dying alone. When I died, I was alone. It felt good. I ain't even gonna go there, but let me let her finish, because y'all know, I mean,
to the world. If we're just becoming a portal for demonic or low vibrational spirits to come here, then, quality over quantity. That's just my personal take. Because in community, we really don't even have a community necessarily at this time. We don't have a set leader. And a lot of that's coming from us not honoring our ancestors. Like I said, everybody wants to reach for Orishas and saints and Loas and things, but if we heal those ancestral ties, because even if you do divest and you go to someone else's community, those ancestral ties are going to keep following us, and that we're going to keep incarnating traumatized ancestors if we do not work through our ancestral baggage. The people that are thriving in this world, if you look at certain groups of people, are people that usually have worked through their ancestral baggage to untie karmic knots and curses and things such as that. And it's not about a skin tone either. Everybody's always arguing about who's black enough. It's a social curse on our people, and it has to be ironed out through the ancestors and through our choices, through the choices we make regarding the future of what we're bringing into this world.
If you wear glasses or contacts, you must see this. An award-winning doctor reveals an astonishing.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
I'm like, how about us honoring our wounds by not mating or having a fling with certain type of guys? Just using them as human toys. So that's not the only thing.
She's stepping on somebody's toes.
Responsible with who we combine with. Sex is alchemy, and we must be responsible who we combine our energy with, because all energy is not compatible. Just like all batteries do not work on all devices, we must be judicious about who we, combine with, whoever it is. Let's see. I am Udo 7. The large killings of black women is planned by the effing elites, but the divine is with us. I'm gonna say you are correct to a certain degree, but when Pookie is beating up these women and stuff like that, and listening to some rap music,
Pookie and Ray Ray, listen to that trap, music.
Nobody's in the room but those two. When Pookie is beating up
I hear you.
So where is the elite when these men are killing these women at a high rate in the hood? So we have to take responsibility for some of this. The key to becoming empowered is through healing ancestral generational pain and trauma, because this is what we're coming into the world with the epigenetics. All of us have some sort of ancestor in our bloodline or family member who has been through trauma. So we must heal that. We must stop blaming outside people and become responsible and take accountability for what we allow. We must disallow certain things and take our power back through certain choices. When we meet,
y'all hear that wind talking to me?
We decided to go sleep with him and get pregnant by him. Did an elite fix us up with that type of person? I know an elite did fix me up with my son's father when I was 19 years old. There was no elite in the place when I met this guy and made my choice.
I concur.
For my choice, I cannot blame the elite because I was a fool and no one really taught me better. I didn't listen. I was hard headed. And I'm totally against mother blaming and mother shaming. I'm against that. It is an honor to carry life into this world. I don't believe in pointing the finger just at the mother. I believe the father or the sperm donor is just as responsible. But at the end of the day, we still have free will and choice, and we still are created having a human experience. We must take our power back and become.
Hey, nobody up here don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep right on going.
Situation where the woman was attacked, the R word, then we can't just blame,
if she were raped.
Everything. We can't blame Uncle Sam on everything. Once a person shows you who they are,
believe them.
Come up to you with his pants hanging down low, talking about females, say this, say that, and he's not doing anything, and he has 10 other children he's not taking care of.
Child.
We have to be responsible.
10.
I mean, my fingers
he ain't been out here playing.
Oh my God. What would I do if I had a boy? Oh my God.
You can still hear.
Like I say, in my belief system, we don't condone getting rid of children. It's not, because even though we choose our parents, it's still up to the parent to make the right choice to what we're going to give birth to. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. She is me, Michelle. Yes, it was so hard raising my son alone after his father passed. Yes, it's not easy. It really does take a village, but can we even trust the village?
Do we?
So,
yeah. Okay.
We have plan ahead.
That's another thing. when you having children, and I wish I would have known, Lord, if I'd have known what I know now, child, I'm trying to tell you, if I'd have known the things I know now, that's why I be like, if I had the knowledge that I have now before I had my children, I thank God for them. They are blessed. I love them. I love them dearly. I love them unconditionally. But honey, if I'd have known the shit that now that if I'd have known that shit back then, I wish I'd have been all into this spiritual stuff back then. Y'all have been like, damn, who is this? Y'all have really been like, they be like that now, but they really been like, who is this chick? If I'd have known the shit that I know now, and I'd have was really in tune to my intuition and listening to my inner soul and shit like that, and tapping into my ancestors. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Y'all better get away from them damn people telling y'all that y'all ancestors is the devil and this and that and the other. That they don't know what they to look at them. Like she said, the people that you see really prospering in our culture, in the society, in them cultures that venerate and honor their fucking ancestors, they the ones that they got it. They got it. Not just the money. They got the La Familia shit going on. Look at them damn Spanish people. You think those Spanish people don't venerate and connect with their ancestors? I know they damn it do, because I know Spanish people. And I know what they be into. I don't just be like, oh, I got Spanish girlfriends and shit. They be into their damn ancestors and venerating their ancestors in the Day of the Dead. Well, we think that's all the devil. Oh, they into their this when the 31st comes. It ain't all about the goblins and the witches and shit for them. It's about the Day of the Dead when they know that's the last day where their ancestors been visiting them since, I feel the spirit, been visiting them since the summer solstice, and now they returning, and your ancestors been with you, and that's when the veil is the most thin on October the 31st, but the patriarchal and the elite, they watered it down with the Halloween and the dead people and all that, got you afraid of your dead ancestors and telling you they gone, they dead. No, they in the other dimension. They in the afterlife, the after world. They in the afterlife. Yes. You better get on your ass. Anybody that sit there, I don't fuck with nobody that want to sit there and act like I'm wrong. For if you I don't gotta, it's what, 8 billion people in this world. It's somebody that I'll be alone, but I ain't really alone, because I don't believe my people dead. I just believe they're in another dimension. Hell yeah. You can think I'm crazy. I don't give two fucking shits. You ain't gotta, I tell my children this, you ain't never gotta talk to me again. Cause I done did my job. Once I brought you here, and I know I ain't been no 100% a perfect fucking parent. I done made my fucking mistakes. I had my children when I was a child. I got married when I was a child. I knew how to cook. I knew how to make some money and shit like that. But I ain't know the first thing about no damn kids and relationship. I had to learn as I went along, and I didn't wait. Like they want to sit here and tell you that it's a lot of women that wait till they all worn out and they done been around the world. When they get 40 and shit, or when they get worn out, they want to get. No, I got my husband when I was fresh out of the gate. You damn right. I got married and I built with that man, and I built him and he built me, and we fussed and fought and whatever. We probably might not even been meant together, but we were together at that time. And it was some the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I ain't run off and leave. And I didn't wait till I got all my options was gone to marry him. And I went out here looking for the man with the nicest shoes and the nicest car and had the biggest bag of drugs or whatever. I just went with the flow and built with it. It's some real women. Everybody ain't out here. Don't let them fool y'all thinking that everybody about the bag and shit. It ain't nothing wrong though with being about having a plan, having goals, having a type of person that you want to be. As long as it ain't based off of the superficial bullshit, it's nothing wrong with having standards, but make sure that your standards is in reality. Make sure that your fucking standards is not in La La Land, all out there. You know, all this shit about a nigga got to be 7 foot tall and an NBA ball player and making a 6 feet. Yeah, them. I don't even. Some of them people that make them 6 figures is not good people. Y'all, it ain't all about their looks and the height and the fucking money. That them people is not gonna be faithful to you. The more money most of these men have, the more women they're gonna have. You think you're gonna get somebody I'm glad I got some common sense and some bullshit. You really think you gonna get a man making 6 figures and he gonna be home all the time? And then if he ain't cheating, he busy. Because people that sit to their money, they never around. They always trying to go to the next venture and investors, and they gonna be gone. You damn right you gonna have to sit there by yourself, and he gonna have to be able to trust you, because he not gonna marry nobody that's not used to. You got to be a kind of woman that's used to that kind of man. People got most of the time they marrying people that they done vetted and they know they in a group. That's why a lot of times you see them people that's in Hollywood at them different groups of elite people, they sleep with the same people because they know who they dealing with. Like everybody going to the doctor. I'm gonna be real, because y'all live in fantasy land. I mean, I don't. I know how I go. These people go to the doctors. Yeah, they might get a scare every now and then, but it's the same rotation. That's why you laughing at them and thinking that they crazy because they passing people, but they know who they dealing with. It ain't a whole lot of, it ain't no outside people, because they already know once they deal with that outside shit, it's gonna be a lot. That's why they marrying and each other and types of things like that. And if they do meet somebody out of the blue, it works. It might work, but most of the time it don't work because they don't have that understanding. And even when they divorce and stuff like that, it's certain codes and shit they go by. They ain't gonna just, when you see where they just come out and tell everything, somebody done broke the fucking code. Like, no, it's levels to this shit. Like, they might be doing certain things, but you're not gonna know the depth of it because they gotta understand it. They trying to build some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know this because I personally, been in those situations where it's some things you just don't say. It's some things you just don't tell. You might tell a little bit of the tip of the iceberg, but you're not gonna, you give them something to, like, even with Beyonce and that Lemonade shit, you ain't gonna know the depth of that shit. She's allowed and he's allowed. They make agreements on what they're gonna make money off of, what they're gonna tell. It's a partnership and shit like that. Marriage is a business. You can't just jump out here marrying people just because they look good and they got a big ass and big titties and they a certain height and that goofy shit. No, it's a business. It's more than just being in love. It really is a business. It's good though, because you can learn to love somebody. You can. Once that shit operating right and it's balanced out, you're gonna end up loving that motherfucker if y'all got everything in order. You're gonna have a deep, you might fall deeper in love with them than you do all that. Oh shit, he look good. Look at him. I think I want to have his, but that shit go away because you never know the person. Like, this is all an illusion. We done failed the biggest test. Humanity has failed the biggest test. The test was this illusion. Derma, the skin. We failed it. Oh, we failed it miserably. We failed this test, man. We failed this miserably. And we have raped and pillaged and desecrated and oppressed and mutilated and used and financially. I'm not just talking about other. I'm talking about we have done this to our own women. We have done this to our own women, to our own. Look at how we treat each other. Look at how some women treat other women. Look at what we doing today. Look at us. Look at where we at. Look at where the black man and the black woman are at. But I'm gonna let her go and finish talking because I'll stay up here. And you know what? Ain't nobody. This is spirit. Who needs to hear it will hear it. For those who have the ears to hear, let them hear. And
what kind of team is going to be around me to help me raise this child? What values am I going to teach the child? And another thing is knowing the child's destiny before the child is born, or when the child is born, of Esentaye, Akose Jaye. All of those type of ceremonies are very important for us to regain knowledge of self and our identity, so that way we know who it is that we're bringing into the world within 3 days of that child's birth. And also, once again, getting your readings before you
say what? Say what? Say what? Say what did you say? What? They deep with this shit.
To get into the bedroom with these people. Like I was saying, as soon as there's certain buzzwords that are complete turnoffs to me. Independent woman, my baby mama did this, my baby mama ain't no good. All of those are red flags. So when you start hearing somebody talking like that, then during the charming phase, you already know. Don't even deal with this person. Just use your discernment.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Talking about this kind of stuff because I'm like, this isn't my lane. I talk about spirituality, but really spirituality does tie into this because giving birth is a spiritual thing. We're bringing something from the spirit world into the material world. So that's why I felt like I had to go ahead and make this alive. Even though I answered the young lady who sent me the email, I felt like I had to put my take on that. Let's see. Excellence. I said this, SMH, the black men always poke at the woman. I don't understand that logic. That's because there's a war between matriarchy and patriarchy. Like I said in the video, why the Orishas didn't say most of slavery got in this condition in the United States, whether you believe
I saw that glitch.
We're indigenous to this land, is because there was a war between the great mother and the patriarch. When matriarchy was usurped by the patriarchs, that's how we ended up in this, and that's what formed the curse. Mm-hmm. That is what we're going through right now. That's what we're living through right now. Let's see. Yes, Ashe, I am Udo. If I answers all, always consult my SU. Ashe. You always have to be careful how you word questions to SU because SU is a trickster. You have to be careful how you ask them questions. Ifa is always the best to consult for long-term planning, such as who to have a child with, who to do this with, who to do that with, because Ifa sees further. Ifa is the witness of our fate and our destiny. So I always encourage that. Even if you don't practice Ifa, you can still get that reading. Let's see. From a designated Ifa priest who is experienced in reading Ifa. My dreams tell on them all the time. Yes, B is rooting for you. Yes, pay attention to your dreams. Your ancestors will let you know. If they disapprove of a person, then, you know, it's no need to even entertain them. I couldn't even have fun knowing that my ancestors are staring in the corner watching me, shaking their head, rolling their eyes. I couldn't even do it anymore at this point. I would have to be drunk to, you know, just go out there and have fun if I was, you know, available or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know how it's so easy, and I don't know how it's so hypocritical that these women are saying go to the extremes and get rid of the children when they are still sleeping with men who are proven to be their enemies. I don't understand.
Right, really it's not as serious.
So like another day. I wish more women understood.
Why would you even sleep with somebody where you got to get rid of their kids?
Your ovaries are bougie.
Oh, what?
Your ovaries are bougie, or you got some children waiting in queue to come to the earth, but they're waiting on you to get rid of a toxic body so that they can pick up at a father, so that they can come through for you.
Looking after your health just got easier. With One Medical, you can book same or next day appointments in person or over video.
So did y'all hear she said your ovaries are bougie? They waiting for you to get rid of a toxic body so they can come through. And I think she is pregnant, and she is not, like, I don't know her exact age now because she looks very young and beautiful, but I think she might be at the age frame where you got the patriarchal men telling women it's not safe to have a baby. But my other lady, Orisha Oshun, check her out. Orisha Oshun, that's my other girl. Goddess. I love her. Surviving Vegan. She's on Instagram, Surviving Vegan, and her name is Orisha Oshun. She's about to do a workshop in January. It's gonna be January. Look them up with Billy Carson, Orisha Oshun, and Billy Carson. They doing a workshop. If y'all can get in it, y'all might want to get into it because it's life changing. But you can go up on YouTube and look up Black Magic. And you will see what Black Magic is doing a stream with Orisha Oshun and Billy Carson. By the way, I give Billy Carson a shout out to his 99 forbidden knowledge. He got an app called the 99. It's 99 forbidden knowledge. I'm up there on it too, and I enjoy it. I'm still learning and trying to maneuver through it and whatever. But I'm trying to get in the way with what they doing. It's so much I've been into. It's so much I've been studying. I was about to slip and say something else, but I ain't gonna dare say that. That's that group KS and all them, which I don't have nothing against them because my kids and stuff they into that, listening to some of that stuff, and some of that stuff they saying is true, but we dealing with we dealing with a reincarnation of the patriarch, and it's some toxic women out here too. I agree with that. Some of the stuff they be saying is true about these women, because I done been through a lot of stuff with the patriarchal feminist women and stuff like that too. I'm a woman that I'm the woman that be on the guy's side and trying to balance things out, but they hate even a woman like that. So I've been through it too, where they have come against me, not just recently, but even as a child, when I was trying to defend my stepdad and stuff like that, or other family members or other friends or whatever, from what I see as like feminist energy, or, the energy of just devouring the man. And those women are working with the same people. Like, they working with the same demonic spirit. They working with the patriarchal. They not divine, feminine, and masculine balanced people. Now, if they change, it's something different, but I don't want nothing to do with that energy. I'm not into that type of stuff of devouring men and a man eater and disrespecting men and making them feel less than a man. I'm not with that energy. That's wicked. So it is some women out here that's not with that. I wish that the men would stop putting all women in the same category, and all black women saying that, like we all the same, because there's some women out here that has really been totally opposite of what y'all have been raised by or what y'all have seen. I'm sorry for you, because I've been, through my experiences dealing with abusive and patriarchal type women and men and feminist type women, but I don't hate the opposite sex. I don't hate other women. I discern on who I need to be dealing with and spitting out the meat and chewing the bones. I know how to deal with people now. I had to learn that, though. It didn't happen overnight, because I was born with amnesia and I had to start remembering who I was. But I'm not gonna sit here and hate them, but I won't fuck with them. I'll send them unconditional love from I learned this from my child. My child don't give a damn what you got to offer him. He ain't gonna fuck with you. He and I used to think he was mean for that, but that's how you gotta be. He don't hate you. He don't, but he done, once he done seen how you is, he ain't messing with you. He don't care. He ain't gonna sell out for whatever. He ain't gonna fuck with you. I respect that, because he used to tell me, like, I'm too forgiving, and I was. It's nothing wrong with being forgiving, but you don't keep going back for even. It's not even about no boyfriend or husband or nothing. But even other women and stuff will mistreat another woman and keep on and draining their energy and abusing them. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. You got to be careful of that slick shit people say, because that slick shit they say, when you let them keep getting away with it, that's showing them that they ain't gotta respect you. They can keep right on doing the same shit, and you a joke. And then once they get you wrong and you snap off, motherfuckers want to call 911. And then when you fucking with me like that, it'd be too late. So I have to protect myself, because I don't even want to put myself in them types of shit. I'm not even. I don't deal with people like that no more. Thank God. I have waken up to realize that it is not that bad being alone with a goddamn dog when you got to deal with a bunch of demon possessed and mentally ill entities and shit possessing weak vessels. A dog and being alone ain't that damn bad. I'm telling you, because you can be peaceful. You ain't got to be in jail. You ain't got to be having no high blood pressure and heart attacks and sicknesses and all, dealing with all that fucking stress. It's not that bad, like she about to say.
A lot of us, it's going to be a process. If you have children by a certain man and the person's a good father, but they may not be the best for you, you can't just up and just leave overnight like that. Some of you have to slowly ease your hand out the lion's mouth without dabbling in the bullcrap. You got to divest up here first. And you know that you're getting over a situation, and you're starting to be less attracted to a group of people where you're not worried about what they're doing. If you are every day, well, let's see what Pookie did today. Let's see what Pookie went to Ling Ling today and all these different people. Just always being obsessed with that means you're taking the focus off of improving yourself. So it starts with self-improvement and being more focused on what's best for you rather than focus on what Pookie is doing down the street. So being informed and being aware about it is very good. Being informed about the Black femicide rates is good. But also, the divestment comes through self-improvement and knowing yourself, and then you won't even be attracted to those type of people anymore. That's kind of like saying you break up with somebody, but you're always on their Instagram page seeing who they're talking to or who they're following. That means you're not over it. So some, it's going to take a while for them to really get over it, and they're still on that fence to a degree mentally because they're still holding out, and it's more about punishing the black guy. Like, look, I'm at the door, I'm leaving. You better act right. I'm gonna go. I'm like, get to the point where it's like, even if they never see the light, if they never apologize for what they did, if they never love you about you, it doesn't even matter anymore because your back is turned. You didn't even look in the rearview mirror to see that they don't value you because they don't exist anymore. So that's the point we must do our best to get to. And I'm not just talking about a specific color. I'm talking about, it could be a Korean guy you're dating who doesn't value you. Whoever doesn't value you, turn your back. So
hit the road, Jack.
No matter the color.
Don't you come back no more.
Even though a strong group of them come from our group. First and foremost, whoever it is, not taking anybody's crap, no matter what group they come from.
Don't take nobody crap. I don't care what color they is, how much money they got, how big the bag is, what kind of two-seater and mansion they roll up.
From the nightclub, a 10-minute, 15-minute fling can last you 2 lifetimes. 2 lifetimes. You can see that person in another life, and all you did was give
what the fuck?
And it wasn't even worth it. And now you got this soul tagged onto your soul, interlocked.
Look at my eyes.
2 lifetimes to get rid of this person and their ancestors and their own
dear white Jesus.
With your own ancestral toxicity. 15 minutes apart. You're going in tonight. Please leave this live up. I'll do my best. Like I said, this topic I try to stay away from. It's not really my lane, but you know, I felt it needed to be said. Hello, TS Royalty. Welcome to the live. I might put this on YouTube. Let me think about it. Like I said, I try to stay out of it. I'm not a controversial person. I don't like controversy. I don't like mess. It's like the idea doesn't even make sense, right? Please save the lives with replay, please, yes. Demonic spirits are at an all-time high. Ladies and gentlemen, please protect yourself. Yes, people are like, well, I'm not going to have their babies. I'm going to still get my vitamin D from them. I'm like, okay, you're still getting your vitamin D from them. That's what vitamin D stands for. If they're not right, if their spirit is not right.
Oh, Lord, did she say vitamin D? Vitamin demon. Oh, shoot. Wow, and I heard 15 minutes of pleasure from hooking up at a club. You got to deal with 2 generations of the demonic ancestors might be connected to you or lost. Y'all guys to be more careful. Y'all be around here wondering why y'all having bad luck and y'all done hooked up at the quickie, had your quickie, huh? And you think you can wash off and get rid of it and do your little incense and stuff. Oh boy. I guess that's what in the religion when they say premeditated sin. That means when you already know you're going to do something and you just do it and think you can get away with it.
So like I said, child does not have to come out of that. So we must protect ourselves spiritually. A lot of people, once again, are thinking that they're cursed or they got a ghost following them or they got some negative entity following them when really, you got somebody's toxic ancestors following you because you were with the guy from the club who you thought was cute, and he's long gone. His ancestors still in your room haunting you at nighttime.
What?
So
say what?
Yeah.
That shit, you know, why they didn't? Hey, why they didn't teach us this shit in school? This is what we need to be fucking learning. This is what we fucking need to be learning in fucking school. All them damn years, I done missed out on sleep. Set up in that damn.
To these certain rap songs and it's really low vibrational and it's like the music is real slow and then they're already high sipping syrup and doing drugs and stuff. They are easy portals for demonic influence because their vibration is low and then they're bringing all that to you. They get these attachments because you know that ghosts, demonic entities, and lower vibrational spirits, they are attracted to lower sexual vibrations. They're attracted to alcohol. They're attracted to nightclubs and bars. So this guy is
dark spaces, low vibration.
And you're more
Low vibrational music.
Okay, so you get my point. And then the ones disrespecting women and stuff, it's just like, it's just low vibrational music. We don't understand that a lot of demonic influence comes from the things we listen to, not just the things that we see, but the things that we hear, because it goes straight to the subconscious, because the subconscious does not know the difference between a lie and the truth. Oftentimes, if you play these messages backwards, they have subliminal messages in them, and then you're talking about the food we eat, the chemicals that they put in this chicken, all of this stuff influences why brothers are acting like
this is long. I've been up here, but I got
this, and then we're giving birth to their children. A lot of people giving birth to demons. So, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to insult anyone.
Did she say what I think she said? Y'all heard her? She said a lot of people giving birth to demons.
A lot of that demons are coming through that portal, especially if you playing that and you hide when you conceive a child. It's easy for them. It's real easy. There's a lot of these boys sitting up there, 11-year-olds sitting up there shooting his mama, and we don't know what happened. Why are they acting like that? What's going on? A lot of times we're bringing that through the portal, because Earth is already a low vibrational planet as it is. It's considered a prison planet to the immortals to a certain degree. So it's not really that hard. They're already hanging around here anyway, because a lot of them are lost souls. They died tragically or unexpectedly. So they're already hanging around this realm anyway. So it's not easy for them to just jump into you, and there's your baby that you're giving birth to. So we have to be very, very careful. Divine before you combine, because we must know what we're bringing into this world. It's really, 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 really serious. Yeah, so he's calling himself a divine name and being everyone's face trying to get laid because he ate kale salad. Yes, definitely. They can be eating healthy and eating high vibrational foods and have their crystals on their organs and still be under that influence in different ways. Once again, there are a lot of immortal souls. They refuse to incarnate to Earth. They're like, heck no, we don't like it there and this and that. But the ones who have a lot of karmic stuff to still work through and they need to come back to Earth, a lot of times that's why, a lot of us, we have to be careful of birthing troubled children, because a lot of people who are still incarnated to the Earth, they're people who are still working through their karma. I mean, like, if a high vibrational soul does not want to come to Earth, they don't have to incarnate to Earth. If we're here, we're either here to teach or we're here to learn, or both. We have some stuff we're working through. Let's see. Prime example. Thank you, my soul purpose. Thank you, lover, Rachel Marie. Can I ask if appeasement and animal sacrifice is necessary? It's not always necessary. It depends on the Odu that comes up for you. The person that's doing your divination, they need to ask. Sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes it is necessary. In Ifa, that is. Honey, I told an ex who said, I want no babies out of you. I said, I don't want your babies, LOL. That's a compliment. Rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. When the wrong person walks away, oh my gosh, that's the best thing in the world. Let's see. Pookie. Somebody needs to give us thank you. My pleasure, Asada. Like I say, when you are really over somebody or something, even if it's not romantic, you'll know when you don't care anymore. When you're not checking their Instagram, when you're not checking their Facebook, when it doesn't matter who they're with or what they did or who they treated better. Because I also know this, it's somebody else. It's a channel I watch every now and then, and I'll get people asking questions like, "How do black men not value us? Will black men ever value us?" I'm like, you still asking them kind of questions? You ain't over it.
Right.
You are not over it. You are not over it up here. I'm telling you, you can divest physically and sexually, but if in your mind you still wondering when is he gonna love me? Is he coming back? Is he gonna ever be sorry for what he did for me? You're not over it. Gotta get over it up here. Gotta watch this up here. Need a spiritual bath for this up here and this right here, that head and that heart. Because when you're over it up here and right here in your heart, it will take nothing for you to say, I'm not opening my legs to you. Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah, that is what I thought as well, especially, I read it already. We know it's 90% matriarch, 10% patriarch. But how do we honor our queen and feminize them and put our masculinity back in the males? By taking care of the children and the women without exploiting them or taking advantage of them. That is the biggest thing we can ever do for our ancestors, is do right by the women and children, planning who we decide to have children with, and this and that. And
Look, did you know there was a government-funded education grant that could deposit up to $38,070
What did I do?
directly into your bank account? Yeah, that's right. Anyone who is unemployed or currently makes less than $80,000 a year may qualify. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and can't afford to go,
Okay.
I'm a living witness.
Y'all, I'm coming back.
I made my mistakes really young, and I'm still learning. It's a learning process, but I wish I was born in a culture where we knew our destiny 3 days after we were born. That way we knew who to avoid. I really wish I could go back in time. If I had to live this life over again, there are a lot of things I would have done differently. Not repeating certain cycles, asking a father before date with somebody. Like I say, nobody was there when I was a silly. Well, actually, I was 18 when I met him. When I met my child's father, nobody was no white man there telling me you need to be with this guy. That was my foolish, stupid decision. And I love my child very much, but nobody made me do that. So we're not gonna blame the white man because I was a fool, or because we make foolish decisions, or I can't get over him. That's not the white man's fault. We cannot blame them for that. We cannot blame them for that. Let's see. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, it's so cleansing to be genuinely finished with bad energy. Oh my gosh, yes it is. I'm telling you.
Why I can't get this off?
If you get to the point where you do not fear being alone, if you do not fear marriage, and yes, I went through the legal marriage process, and I'm telling you, everybody's like, oh my God, I want to get married. Like, okay, you get this real life away, it's like, whatever. Been there, done that, that's fine, it ain't no big deal. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. It's like if the energy isn't right, or
why
you want to marry somebody
this shit
who's
in school?
compatible
That's what we need to be fucking.
as much as possible. If you do, but you gotta like your company so much to where if it never happens, that's okay. That's what point I am in my life. If my stuff don't end up going the test of time or this and that, I'm okay. Like these men talking about.
Why is this in front of here?
I'm so scared. When you don't fear being alone, your quality of your options will increase. If you were still in that mode, my eggs, I'm running out of time. When you start caring about stuff, that's when you manifest it. But when you stop caring about something, you will manifest it faster. When you stop fearing being by yourself, that's when you manifest people that will want to be with you. I'm telling you, it works.
Negative entity following
and with my particular area, I'm an Iyalode. We're really not even supposed to be married. We're not really supposed to. We can have our children, but it's like the energy is too big. I have to do a video about Iyalode, and that's another thing too. Knowing your destiny and knowing
Aaron,
you're going to leave this world,
come here.
You're going to pass away and stuff. It gives you a bigger.
She said, knowing your destiny, y'all, and knowing how you gonna pass. You can know that by getting those readings. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
I don't mind my own company. If you get to that point,
but listen,
you will be unstoppable. Whatever it is, whatever you fear losing, you will lose it quicker by the fear. Let that fear go.
Let the fear go.
Let that fear go.
Let it go.
Yes. I learned as I'm getting older to be responsible of our bodies and who we give our bodies to. Yes. What do I think of KS and his perspective? I think that he is an incarnation of the patriarchy that got us where we are at this time. A lot of
Aaron
people say, oh, the white man is the devil and this and that. Who is the father of the devil? Who is the mother of everyone on this planet? Who is the father of everyone on this planet? If another group is the devil, then who was the original devil? Who's the father of the devil? So that's what I think about KS, Kitten Heels. Let's see.
She don't want to say the name.
LOL. This is straight fire, Jim. I'm trying to keep my mouth closed. What do you think about twin flames? I believe in life partners rather than twin flames, because twin flames in this particular lifetime, as low vibrational as Earth is, if you do meet that person or when you do meet that person,
She's talking about twin flames.
It's either temporary, whether they die early or somebody dies too early, or if it's just toxic. It's like maybe they're married to somebody else or you're married to somebody else. It's just like the timing is usually off when you meet them. And it's usually like I don't want to say everybody, but it can be a disaster if your energy is not where it's supposed to be, or you're not on your path and your destiny. Yes, I do believe that people can meet their twin flames on Earth, and it can be a beautiful thing. I think it happens quite a lot, especially if you have a good Jupiter placement as a woman and a good Venus placement as a man. But it just depends on where your energy is. If you're meeting them at a time in your life where you're getting out of a disaster or you're getting over an addiction or bad habit, oftentimes that person's not going to be there permanently. That's what I think about twin flames. Also, your twin flame can be your worst enemy. If you look at my video about why the Orishas didn't save us from slavery, the black woman and black man, they are twin flames, but right now they're enemies. They're odds with one another. So that kind of explains my take on that. But I do believe that they exist. But I believe that, the 50% of that twin flame is whole and complete within itself, to where you don't need to be with that person. His ancestors and yours didn't get along, and neither does y'all blood type. That's right. It happens. After listening to some of the music of this generation for a while, it gives me anxiety, yes. Yes, it's very anxiety-inducing and nightmare-inducing, too.
Hi, I'm Pastor Andrew, and I have something
here's
very
another
controversial
commercial
to ask you. Did Jesus smoke this green biblical herb? Well, certain researchers
Oh
believe
Lord, now
that
they trying to say Jesus
and
more
that it
weed.
was the key to helping not only Jesus, but anyone who used it to defend against infections and naturally supercharge the immune system, help fight off pain and discomfort, restore the body to its original perfect design, and even slow the natural aging process. Click the button you see now to discover the truth. Plus, recent evidence points to this green herb
Now, what do I need to do?
among ancient Israelites. And after decoding biblical texts, scholars concluded this mysterious herb to be the burning bush God used to speak to Moses, that it was used in sacred ceremonies like the Feast of Tabernacles.
Okay.
And even helped
How do I
Jesus
get rid
fast
of
for
it now?
40 days and 40 nights in the desert. If that wasn't incredible enough already, a world-renowned anthropologist discovered this herb to be the key missing ingredient in the famed holy anointed oil. It's the ingredient that gives the oil its true healing power.
Aaron!
Scientists from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem studied this herb in a laboratory.
Okay, she says.
Intake on so many levels. Yes, absolutely. Remember, the Ori is the head. Everything we process goes through the head first. Even falling in love starts with the head. Chemicals, the dopamine, serotonin in your brain. So when you're listening to that music, you're feeding. That's what you're feeding your Ori.
1 second. I'm gonna have to cut this out. Aaron, I'm on live still. Take this off. I'm still on live. I've been calling you to ask you to take this off. Look, this thing right here. I can't get that off. That part. That I'm behind there on a live screen, see? But that part right there, I don't know, it just popped up.
You might have to restart it. I don't know.
No.
Just restart it.